Good afternoon, teachers. I welcome you all to this session on behalf of Cambridge University Press and Assessment. The fourth session in our series, Empowering Educators, focus on beyond the classroom. And today's topic under this is Artificial Intelligence in Education. As you all are aware, today's session is on webinar mode and access to mic and camera is disabled. So I would request everyone to please use chat box and Q&A for any queries during the session. Today, we have with us Ms. Vishali Sharma. Ma'am, she is going to conduct today's session. I'll introduce ma'am and then we'll start the session. She has over 2 decades of rich professional experience in curriculum design and development, instructional design, cognitive science teacher training, and delivering learning solutions for K-12. During the course of her career, she not only taught IT curriculum to CBSE, IGCSE, and AS and A-level students, but also authored numerous school books and designed educational apps for students across age groups. She also aims to lead learners away from rote learning and enable them to learn from real-life situations and apply their knowledge. Terabytes Connect with Computers, authored by her endeavors to provide such a seamless learning experience. Thank you, ma'am, and welcome once again to this session. Ma'am, you can start. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Vandana. Good evening, teachers. Today we will walk through the journey of AI in our lives around us that we see. What is it and how we can utilize it as teachers in our journey, teaching journey. So we'll start with a very simple basic question. What is AI? What is artificial intelligence? It's a simulation of human intelligence, processed by machines and computer science systems. It allows and it includes learning. Like we are making machines learn and reason and leads to self correction as well. There are a lot of movies being created, there are a lot of videos around AI. We are using AI in daily life. We have expert systems, we have natural language processing, speech recognitions, machine vision, and we are experiencing all these in our daily lives. How are we experiencing all these? We are experiencing through our virtual assistants. We have a very renowned Alexa and Siri, Bixby, and so on. A lot of virtual assistants that students play with. Then we have the entertainment platform. AI is being used to analyze the user behavior. What are my preferences that I would like to see? So it personalizes the content on my streaming platforms like Amazon Prime, Netflix. On social media apps, you would have seen when you tag your have post new pictures, the system automatically tags your friends. It recognizes the faces. That's a face recognition, and that's AI. Health and fitness apps. We all use watches these days by various brands, but that helps us to track the number of steps, and we have competitions. How many steps done today? Have we finished 10,000 steps or not? What is my heart rate? What is my BP? What is my sleep patterns? It provides me the overall insight of my health. The e-commerce websites, we the e-commerce websites probably know us better than anybody else. They what kind of products we would love to buy, what is in our cart that we have kept, what are the prices on demand, what is the competition, and so many factors it caters to and gives us the inputs basis all that. You must have seen the flight tickets when we book and we keep going back to various sites, the prices keep varying. This is because AI, and it knows, it recognizes that you're looking for tickets to such so and so place. So we've been using AI in our daily lives, and we are very well versed with various devices or with various mediums how we interact with this machine. Now, as we are interacting with machines, there are various, it may be a touch screen, when our smartphones or tablets. That's the human machine interaction or the interface that we are talking about. It could be a voice command. We talk to Alexa, what's the weather like today? Or we talk to Siri, talking about the Google Maps. It's all AI. They're gesture-based interfaces with watches that we wear and we, twinkle our hands and so forth. That's all gesture-based interface that the system is recognizing and understanding. Now we have heard a recent news of a chip being uh, inside the brain being done, and it was a successful surgery. So it's a brain computer interface being able to take care of the mouse clicks and so forth. So what we are thinking, we are able to, with the machine, we'll be able to tell to do what to do. So these are the various ways we are interacting and we are experiencing AI. All the more, even the educational boards are talking about AI. That for matter, CBSE is talking a lot about, including as a part, and was already included, been years now, that students should learn AI, the basics of AI, how the, what is it, setting the context, the life examples, understanding smart technologies, IoT, your smart homes, your smart cities, how are these are all interconnected. How can we use sustainable goals and AI relate together? Um, and the most important part is the ethics in while we are using AI. It's introduced in grade 8, though, and ninth and 10th have a curriculum as well as group 2 subject. And it also caters to in-depth knowledge of AI, where we talk about the machine learning, deep learning networks, neural networks, computer vision, natural language processing, various evaluation methods, and predictive analysis that AI is doing. So we know that AI is the future, but using it to the right use, making students understand, because we are in such a field that we have to enable students and ensure that they make ethical use of AI and it impacts in a right manner, in a positive manner. These are various snapshots from the CBSE Intel AI for Youth projects, where the students have worked on various projects, AI projects. They have made a uniform inspector, a ride rater, where, detecting the driver's speed habits, smart food planning, any wastage that is happening, maybe a voice enabled chatbot equipped with and trained with to be able to answer queries at the reception. So these are some of the projects that students have done. If you wish to explore more, they're available on the CBSE website. Talking about so much fun and how AI we integrate and how data is being used, how computer vision is being used, how to teach all this to our students, when CBSE is emphasizing, and there are computer teachers, I'm sure, here, but there is so much already happening around. Students are already witnessing it. So, for example, we have rock, paper, scissors. And if you are on your systems, I recommend that you go on to the rock, paper, scissors game. And the kids usually play with their hands, and then here you have to play with your with the system. So that's AI. So if you go on here, um, it's not supporting at the moment, but if you go on and you play, then you will figure out that how AI is playing with you, and gradually the system will start understanding your next moves and will win uh, more points than you are winning point that are more than you. Then we have scavenger hunt. That's another game that you can help the primary students to ask them to play around and see. Then we have a lot of drawings. Now, what happens if I draw? I'm not a good at drawing, and I make a normal, simple. Let me see if I can go. Here it is. Now, if I start drawing and I'm not too good in drawing, this probably only the system can understand. Let's see. So see, can you see at the top? I'm getting this as cars. So I can choose any car that I think that I want for my work. The system could detect that I am drawing a car. Another fun game for primary students I would recommend would be a quick draw. That's again a Google. Now here we get chances in 20 seconds that we have to draw a computer. So now I have to draw a computer. Ah, see, a potato. Oh my God, how come a computer knows what it is? Oops. So this is how you can play around with the primary kids would thoroughly enjoy. Now, if I wish to remodel my room, can AI help me? For sure. So there is another suggestive website, remodel.ai. You need to click upload a picture and it'll show you a generated new look that you can have for your room. uh, we could see that I was trying to make a car and the system could generate. How could system do all this? The system could do it because the machine is learning over a period of time. It's an artificial intelligence, but a lot of data has been already uploaded to compare, and that's how the machine can detect it's a car or it's a guitar, or it's just not limited to drawing and painting. For example, in music, I can have my own drum beats and then compare and ask the system to generate on a similar pattern. And this is with deep learning networks that this has been designed. So this is an infinite drum machine that students can explore to understand in depth what AI is all about. Another game that here it is to play with natural language processing and machine learning is Semantris. This has words and you need to gives you clue and you need to match within a stipulated time. Coming to the benefits of using AI in education, being as teachers and for students both. Here we will talk about various tools that are available and teachers may use it. These tools are free to certain extent with some features, and after when we want very specific features, they are paid for sure. But there are so many things as a teacher that I can do and utilize my time. If I have something to, auto grade on a system, there are a lot of learning management systems available these days where it comes pre-equipped with all your data. You may be using a lot of MCQs being generated. You create a test and it's auto corrected. That saves a lot of your time. It can be used for both assignments and assessments for learning and off learning. Your personalized learning materials. See, for example, I am a slow learner. Maybe I need more time and I need more simple questions to reach to that concept. So as a teacher, I can use AI and create worksheets or personalized learning material for me and a different set of notes and worksheet for another student who is a very bright student. So I can utilize my time. I can utilize make quizzes. So there are I'm suppose you may have used Kahoot or Quizlet. So these are various tools that you can use. And if I'm very interested in learning different languages, I can use Duolingo. I can have very interactive content. So Socrates there. I can play games and quizzes, and I would love to play games and learn on my way rather than making it very boring and doing question and answers all the time. So these are a few tools, and that's how we have been using it. Now, The question arises now with so much of AI around, there are so many games around of AI, students already playing and using smartphones and tabs. We use AI in some form of the other. There's also much of everything is out so much very normal to us now these days. And but the question arises now in the classroom, if AI is available, how my role as a teacher will change. Will it change in the coming years? We all talked about when computers were getting in that it will replace teachers, but nothing has happened so. I believe nobody can replace it, and whatever kind of technology, but we cannot replace teachers. We need teachers in the classroom, but utilizing this technology in the right manner to save time and spend more time helping students to work and learn through. So, as a role of a teacher, it will be just not as you giving lectures. You will be a mentor, you will be a guide, a facilitator. And that's a crucial role when AI is being used in the classroom. You will be guiding students in understanding and using various AI tools responsibility, this being responsible to use, and this is very important, and you as a teacher plays a very important role here. You need to explain it to them that they need to use AI ethically. Another very important, AI ethics is a very important topic and a lot in debate these days. Provide emotional intelligence, empathy, and support. I'm sure you'll all agree a machine cannot do this. Enhance their skill, your skill, to adapt to technological advancements that are coming up with this evolving educational landscape. You need to upgrade yourself, keep learning new things. You'll be using AI to create personalized learning paths. As I explained, it's adaptive learning, it's suiting my needs or helping a student develop the personalized learning path, which may not be possible when you have a class of 40 students. But here, when you are utilizing AI tools, you will be able to make learning path for each and every student customized to their needs, adjusting the content to fit individual student needs and learning styles. We all know there are different learning styles. I may love to hear audio and understand concepts, or sometimes a video, or sometimes I would love to read. So, depending on the learning style, also, you may help a child develop a learning path. Using AI tools to assist in automating routine administrative tasks. It means if you using a lot of AI to do your administrative work, that time you can help a student more in a classroom in a more engaging manner. Feedback for the assessments for that matter. It could be personalized. At this point in time, you may write a generic sentence that needs improvement, need to practice more, but practice more where? Which part of the content? Say, for example, it's a fraction, or is it ratio proportion? Can I specify where the child is lagging behind, where the concept is not clear, where the child needs more attention, so that more practice can be done and it will help student to take up concepts that are dependent on this base concept. Enabling timely adjustments and in your teaching methods. You will get to know if I have not, the whole class have not understood a concept well. The system will show you everybody the assignment that you have given or the assessment for learning that you have given. All the students may not have performed well. It clearly indicates that I need to take up my lesson again in a different manner with more example, maybe more hands-on. And how do I think about taking more examples and more hands-on? And I have so many classes to go through, and I just don't have time to think. Utilizing AI in a right manner will help you take ideas and suggestions, and then utilizing these student strategies in the classroom. That is how AI will help in education. Now, we've been talking about AI, and we have been hearing a lot about Chat GPT and so forth. Now, to utilize AI in a right manner as a teacher and for a student, it's important that I understand what's AI and what's generative AI. AI is something which is designed to mimic human cognitive functions. That is, the I'm learning from a machine learning is happening. I'm training a machine. But generative AI creates content, new content for you. It creates on the spot. It's generating. It's trained on how to work on the question queries that, like ChatGPT is an example of generative AI. It focuses on generating data, new data patterns. It can create artwork for you. It's creating its creation work, suggesting ideas, getting into those details is what is generative AI. And whereas the performing the your different code.org, your Scratch, Duolingo, Siri, Google Maps, they're all examples of artificial intelligence because they are trained on the data sets and they respond accordingly. And here it's a new creation with generative AI that we have. Now we're coming over to a very interesting section where I'll be helping you out how to create lesson plans, how to work on assessments, how to give feedback that we've been talking about, and using various AI methodologies, using AI and helping save my time so that I can spend that time with the student, help learn concepts better. Now, Chat GPT that we've been hearing, again, Chat GPT stands for Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It's developed by an AI, OpenAI. And if you're on your laptops, openchat.openai.com. It will ask you to log in and sign up. If you have not logged in before, you sign up and it asks you to sign up with your Google account. So you can join in with your Google account and assume everybody has having a Google account and you click join with Google account and you will reach to Chat GPT on screen. If you do it parallelly with me, you will understand the how to create lesson plans and assessments better. Another example is Bard. You can use Bard as well, and it's a similar kind of like it works on generative AI. Um, it's by Google, and the difference between the two is it generates real-time information from the internet, whereas ChatGPT is works until certain year. Um, that's a major difference that you will have between the two, but Bard is still growing and it'll take a while. It's in the experimental stage. And you may use either of these. You may use other tools like Copilot as well by Bing. It's a Microsoft tool. Now, when we have to create lesson plans, it is very important that we give the system the right prompts. If we don't give the system the right prompts, it will not be able to work the way you wish to work or what you are expecting. And then it will be not making use because the system doesn't understand what you're asking for. You have to be very specific, very clear with the instructions that you're giving. For example, I have to create a lesson plan here for digestive system unit, and I'm a grade 5 teacher. And this lesson, I need to take it for 4 days. And I need to understand what are the objectives mentioned in the certain standards. Um, Secondly, then I want clear learning objectives. If it is matching to those standards, I want some understanding, broad insights and essential questions, maybe open-ended for discussions, inquiry-based learning that I may have, and encourage students to generate curiosity. I may All these need to be aligned with the education board standards. I need this output in a tabular format with separate columns, as for one for standards and objectives, enduring understanding, and reflection questions. Whatever I want, I have penned that down and I've kept it here so that we save in time. And here is my feed that my question that I've asked ChatGPT to do. And here the ChatGPT is answering that for grade 5 system unit, these are the relevant standards that are there. And there, here it is in the form of a table, as because I asked here, it needs to be in a tabular format. Now, understanding human body systems, and these are the standard, the objective, the enduring understanding. What will be the child able to understand? Because the digestive system is essential for converting food into energy and nutrients the body needs to function. There are some open-ended questions like how do different body systems work together to process and utilize the food that we eat. It's an important thing. Can utilize as a starter for an our class. Why is it important to consider what we eat in relation to the digestive system? What can simple experiments teach us about complex food? So there are the complexity level, the scientific inquiry here being catered to, and you get the holistic idea. Okay, fine, this is a broad level that is covering to interconnect in our body systems, talking about nutrition and health, what my child will understand. I'm very clear with my lesson objectives for this particular unit. I wanted some reflection question, discussion questions. So I've got these questions here. And then it gives you a brief on how, what it is talked about on what it had been discussed. Now, I need a plan. So it's always suggested to ask for something in smaller units so that you get a good qualitative assignment, that task that you have allocated, given small bits. So now I want a plan. So I have typed this prompt here that it's a 4-day unit I have mentioned at the top. Create detailed lesson plans for the initial 2 days. I may ask for 1 day as well, and then for each day, I can have a separate plan. And lesson plans must have some experiential activities. We all do talk about hands on activities and experiential learning. That's important. Involve that as part of your plan, where learners construct their understanding. Include age appropriate critical thinking, reflection questions, and demarcate them by opening, middle, and end. So my plan should have a starter. It should what I have my teaching strategy, my topic delivery, and then it should have some end plenary, and include the detailed instructions for any activities. So now here I'm going ahead and I'm asking and I click enter, and this is what I get from ChatGPT. It's a day one introduction to digestive system, talking about the objective. Here is the opening for 15 minutes, um, talking about so how do we start the asking questions, what do they have for breakfast, and think how their body uses that food. So we had that objective, and it's linking it, introduce the digestive system as the body's way of processing food into energy and nutrients. There's a video presentation that you can do. So, and then talking about the experiential activity, that what material will be required, your instructions for it. You can even ask to detail out these instructions. Then reflection on critical thinking and critical thinking questions. Probably if I want answers to these, I may just ask it, and there's a homework. Similarly, there is a plan for day 2 as well, and I want now, if I get started with ChatGPT and I ask here, um, provide me with the answers. So now it's getting the answers for the questions that it had asked. So I may ask even to answer in 2 sentences. Answer in brief.
Ma'am, we have few questions in the chat box.
Okay. Accessing links to the presentation. Okay, this will we'll see how we can share these with you. The prompts, basically, I think you are asking for. That we'll see how we can share. So now moving forward, now this is how I have created my detailed lesson plan. I can have my answers to the questions, I have my homework, I have my ideas. I can ask the chat GPT to tweak as per my needs, and gradually the system will start understanding your requirements and will start answering as per your in a personalized manner. Now, there are times when you're teaching from an NCRT book, say, for example, and you wish to upload that NCRT chapter or any chapter and wish to create a lesson plan or a summary or question answers for that particular chapter. So, what you can do is you can upload that chapter onto ChatGPT, but this will be available only in ChatGPT 4. And then ask to create a summary, like I've given you here an example, and answer in a question answer format with 5 hots, age appropriate. Please specify age appropriate, short answers, long answer questions, so that you get, or MCQs, so that you get what you're asking for. Or lesson plan in a specific format, maybe if you want, ask for those specific headings, then you will be able to get it in exactly the same manner. Then you, after the system will be able to read the PDF and then will create a summary. Then you may ask for a lesson plan in the similar manner. You may ask to begin for a group discussion topic, like if you want to have this is a topic on sorting. I'm sorting materials in science, so you may ask, how do I start my topic with a group discussion? So what ideas of group discussion questions can I have? It's just not the questions. You may ask suggested answers, examples to the questions or that ideas that you have. Moreover, you may also explore ChatGPT to the level where you may ask for web links as well. So when you ask for web links, or you ask for that I'm my, the students in the class that needs more learning material to deepen their knowledge, if you write that similar, these kind of a prompts, it will give you some things like this, where you click here onto the websites and you will reach here. So if I go in here to show you the example, it's still loading. So see here, I have asked for give me suggestions from web-based reading. So this is another way of asking, so that you don't have to go and search for material on the internet. The system will do that for you and will save you time. So now here are various ways. One resource is like a worksheet. If I click here, I will go to the printable components of that worksheet on the internet. Detailed notes on the topic are available that cover everything from basics of what food for the chapter that we have entered. If we click here, we will enter here. So likewise, it is you will have to be very specific, and then you continue. You may, another aspect covered is important in vitamins and all. If you click here, see here you reach, you get the details of how it is. So you don't have to go and search on the internet. The system will do it for you. Similarly, now if I'm teaching something which is, related to social emotional learning, or some concepts which they're implicit in nature to assess, to create rubrics, I can utilize my AI tool to do so. So I may ask that suggest age appropriate video clips also I may suggest to teach. It's just not the reading material on the web, on empathy, on teamwork, on various other maybe units that you're teaching, maybe something related to moral values. And then once it gives you those web links, then you may ask for a lesson plan. Then you may ask, what is the rubric that I can have to assess students? So you'll get the assessment rubrics as well. Then you may add, how do I assess? I don't know how to assess based on the rubric as well. Then you as a guide me on how to assess with various examples in the rubric with given in the rubric. So it'll give you various examples how that you can do it. So create examples for grade 2 or age group 5 to 6, 6 years old, how to assess them on teamwork, or grade 5 students how to assess on teamwork. So when you be specific and keep probing, keep exploring, and keep asking questions one after the another, and then uh, obviously human intelligence is human intelligence, then you gather all the data and then utilize that learning, that suggestions, that ideas, that links that you all have into your classroom learning. That will save you a lot of time. Now, I've done all this work and I wish to inform my parents what my child is doing, and what if I need some support from parents. I'm probably say that I have to talking about the teamwork unit that I've been doing it in my grade 5 class, and I wish to inform the parents. So how do I write? So you were telling the system that you are a teacher, so the system understands, and then you write an email informing parents that you are teaching a teamwork unit on to grade 5 students, and you need to the system needs to help you with the tips. So write the tips to help their child learn the concept at home with meaningful acts. So you want parents to help you with the your various activities, or with various tips that you wish to share with the parents. As the parent, I may not know. So you're writing to them, telling that these are the tips that you should do it. And here are some suggestions and a request. And we are doing it in class. I need your support to help the child learn the concept better. So instead of me typing the whole thing, it will take me about 10 minutes, framing, checking the language. So it's better that I ask AI and it will be done. And then editing will be a lot easier for me and I'll save a lot of time. So here is the prompt that I kept it ready. And here is the email that I get from ChatGPT. So exciting news, teamwork unit for grade 5. Dear parents and guardians, and I hope this message finds you well. It's starting in such a positive thing, and I'm thrilled to share that it's writing as a teacher. So I'm thrilled to share that our grade 5 class is embarking on an enriching journey through our new unit on teamwork. And then talks about how teamwork is crucial skill at the foundation stage. To make this learning experience holistic and impactful, I would like to suggest some activities you can do with your child to reinforce these concepts at home. So it's very specific and clear. And not even a minute, I had this email ready with me. But I need to check whether the suggestions or the email that has come up with the tips is correct and what I want. Please do read and check. Just don't blindly copy paste and send it. Family projects, engage in small projects, some board games, some team sports, where it's strategic planning, supporting one another, because we're talking about teamwork, community service, problem solving activities. So these are some role modeling children may need. They observe adults, and very clearly and specifically, they're talking about you collaborate with family members on household chores or discuss how you work with colleagues at your job. You have to discuss, talk about it, So understand that's teamwork, that's collaboration with various real life examples. And in school, the teacher is doing it. But if you get support at home, this is a lovely email that I can send and believe fostering these skills at home not only will support child's learning in a teamwork unit, but also equipped with essential life skills. Then I'm more than happy. Thank you for your continued support and so forth. This is like warm regards in my name and the grade 5 teacher and so forth. This is how I will get. This is just a clean email that I have, and I can save my time. And parallelly, I'm sending a report to my parents as well, what I'm doing and how I need the support. This is another way AI is can be utilized by a teacher. One of the favorite hot topics for the teachers, like checking and the assessments for learning, assessments as learning, assessments of learning, and so many assessments with variety. But every time that we have a pen and paper, we need to check. There are MCQs, there are auto graded, can be done, fill in the blanks, objective types. All these can be created by the system. Also in ChatGPT 4, you can create your own personalized bots. So for assessments, you can train that bot what that needs to do. If you just give a prompt, it'll get you questions. Need not be a pen and paper test. It could be group discussions. It could be role play ideas. It could be labeling exercises and diagrams. So you have to tell the system very categorically what kind of questions, how many questions, and answers. Along with the answers, I'm sure teachers would look for the answers that you want. So, but when you get all these question and answers, please do check answers, validate. It may not be correct. It's a system after all. Please do check on your level as well. So these assessments can be created by the system. As I showed you with various prompts, you mention your prompt, each appropriate grade, you talk the topic, the subtopics, be specific with what you want, MCQs with 2 options, with 3 options. Do you want long answers, questions, and answers to be in 30 words? Because we need to train students for our board when we train them in grades ninth and above, or for even in middle school, we start training them the number of words that they need to write. So when you give them suggested answers, when you correct also, so you need to keep those parameters in mind. The rubrics that you're checking, the students understand how you will be checking and what, if it is a math sum, the various steps. So all that can be easily done with help of the generative AI. I have 40 students in my class, and now the assessments are done. I have to create a report card and write comments for the students' work, or maybe for the homework or for assignments or the class test that I have to write. But writing such personalized comments or the feedback is actually not humanly possible, because these are just 40 students in one grade section. Then I have another section and I have another section. It's not possible for me to write, but I know if I give prompts how my child is not doing well in what maybe pronouns or adjectives, not able to recognize. So the learning objectives will may play a role here. You're not able to recognize it, or you're not able to apply it. So you will get those specifics, ask for the specifics that my child is not able to, and you need to share a sort of a plan or kind of a detailed feedback on that. You can give proper prompts and ask the system to do it for you, and it'll generate for each student basis on your or the feedback comments. You can check the language for grammar correction or any spelling error, so that no mistakes go onto the report card. You can ask for various comments for students facing challenges or not meeting the deadlines for the homework. They're always late for their home submissions. They feel anxious before the exams, or there's something that you wish to talk to the parent about it. So some little prompts for the child or for a group of children, which and then you can have various prompts and the comments from the system as well. That will help you save a lot of time uh, and utilize the time in your class. You can also upload a child's work and um, ask the system to correct. You can upload like a screenshot and the system will be able to read and give you the assessment of how the child has done. You do give it a try. It is available, this feature is available on ChatGPT 4. If we can have time, let's see if I can take you. Systems working.
Hi, ma'am. We have few questions or queries in the chat
Yes.
box, so if we can take.
Yes, but parallelly, I'll see if I can upload image or, you know,
Do you
yeah, you
want
may
to
answer.
read the questions?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Wait, I'll go to the chat.
Just give me a minute.
Can I access all the links featured in the presentation somewhere? Um, Links are the links for the various AI tools I will share with the Cambridge team, and then probably can be shared. Is that okay, Vandana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are there means? Yes, and this is again a very a question that has been asked. Now, students may also use ChatGPT to do their assignments. Is it plagiarism or not? Um, if you can answer this question in the chat bot, please, if yes or no. Do you think when students are answering using AI, is it plagiarism? Is it a is it ethically correct? Please, I would like to see some yes or no. Teachers, please, a yes or a no. Do you think it's correct, ethical to students copy pasting? Uh,
No. Yes, we are receiving most of the answers and no.
yes, it is not ethically correct. Of just two, can I have some more teachers, please? So yes, it's not ethically correct. Uh, that is the reason the role of a teacher when I talk about empathy and the teachers need to tell to use AI responsibly. If they just keep copy pasting, they will not learn. And ultimately, the idea is to help and support and utilize in the right manner. They can take ideas and for their projects, they can take ideas how to help solve, but ultimately they should be doing what in your. And yes, there are tools available like Humanize, where you can put the content and check whether it is AI written or is it a human written. And universities are using various tools to recognize if it is AI written essays or answers. So when when there's a something that supports an AI, then there are other tools also for people who may misuse.
Ma'am, we have one more question from Rohini ma'am. Please share how to make lesson plans for kindergarten. And
Similarly, in the same manner, you can utilize this tool. Do mention that the which age group you're talking about. Be very specific, and then talk about the topics and the subtopics that you wish to cover. What you want in the lesson plan? How do you want in the lesson? A starter, a middle, and the end, or a plenary? That how the terminology. If you give that instruction very clearly once, then you can copy paste, and then system will understand that what you're asking. So in the same manner, you can, be it English, be it math, be it social studies, or any subject, you need to be very specific with the answer, the prompts that you give. You will get answer. See, it's a machine. It's like input to output. What goes in, it's get out. We say computers never make mistakes, but it's not so. But if you give wrong input, you'll get wrong output. So please be very specific. Um, with any prompts that you give.
Ma'am, we have one more question.
Yes, I'm reading that, Vandana.
Yeah. How can we make the learning experience better for higher standards through usage of AI?
The students struggle with higher standards morely with their I think I can stop share and then most of the students struggle a lot with the reference material or the board exam papers. If you have it collected there or a system or MCQs, some support material for the higher standards, give them video links so that they don't waste time searching. So that's the whole idea, and give them the best of the video links. Give the prompts very specifically. If it is accounting, which maybe which tutor that you're looking for, which subjects topics that you're looking for, and give them a list with the links. Probably then they will save a lot of time and you'll be able to make use for the senior grades as well.
Ma'am, there's one more. Do we have any application or AI tool that can replace PPTs and help us with animation for pre-primary?
There are tools, but again, with PPTs, there are Tome or various tools, but limited to a certain extent. Um, uh, Again, a paid version will work more than the free version. So Tomb is there. You can put this question in the chat GPT also and ask, give me the free tools for PPT, and see it gives you all the links and how it goes. And you can ask, teach me, guide me how to use it also. So you will also be, the chat GPT will train you also on how to create those PPTs and those videos. Everything is available. You need to ask the right question. With social studies, when you have vast syllabus, summarize summarize those lessons, those concepts, make a timeline, make a flow chart for them to help and guide, give them some important concepts with proper brief that they can remember. Put it like a story. You can ask ChatGPT to create a lesson like a storytelling with with this concepts maybe in history and so forth. So when they remember it like a story or the sequence of events, it will be a lot easy for them to remember. And you even the class will be very interesting for you to take. You students will also enjoy that social studies class.
Ma'am, there's one more. Any AI tool to design a worksheet for small kids?
Yes. The way I told you for, so you write on ChatGPT, go if you have, you write it on ChatGPT, create worksheet, you mention the grade, the topic, the subtopic, then you mention what kind of questions, five MCQs, five fill in the blanks, it will create a worksheet for you. Give answers to the questions, it will give you answers also for the questions. Give reasoning questions for the topic. Um, Maybe a EVS topic on plants or something, or labeling, plants and some parts of a plant. Ask for those kind of questions and give your list of your subtopics. You will get a worksheet along with the answer key. Mention along with answers. So it will give you the answers parallelly. You need to copy, put it in your Word document, and then align. So you will be ready with your worksheet as well in no time.
Thank you, ma'am, for taking up this session. And thank you, teachers, for attending the session. We have pasted the feedback form link in the chat box. Thank you once again for attending the session, and hope to see you all in our next session of the series, Tickle the Brain, Humorous Approaches to Critical Thinking, on 8th of March, same time at 4 p.m. Thank you once again, teachers, and thank you once again, Vaishali ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, teachers. Hope you will make best use of AI in your classrooms. Thanks.